All right, folks. Well, first of all, you got to tell me, you like the new haircut? Or should I have left it long? I let the guy really go crazy on it. I feel a lot lighter. Okay, so quick leave a comment for that. And then when this video is over, leave a comment whether this is worthwhile. If you like this kind of a video, it's a little more travel video than my normal camping with Aquila. But if you like this, I'll keep doing them because there's a lot of places I want to go and check them out, but they're a real pain in the ass to do these. So do that, do the comment, and in the meantime, let's roll the intro and we'll get to the video. Okay, so I went camping in Georgia, and whenever I go to a new state, I stop at the visitor center, the welcome center as you come into the state, get a map and look at the brochures and stuff. And one of the brochures I saw was an Antebellum trail, and I thought, I used to have an Aunt Bella. If she had had a trail, it would have been an interesting trail. So we grabbed the brochure and we figured we'd hike that trail. Well, as we sat up eating dinner that night, looking through the brochures, we found out that antebellum means old stuff. My aunt was old, but it's not the same as old in Georgia means. The Antebellum Trail is a trail that goes from Athens, Georgia, down 414 through Madison, Canton, Gray, Milledgeville, down to Macon. Anyways, it goes through a whole bunch of towns. And it has all the houses that weren't burned when Sherman went through during the Civil War and wiped out most of the South. The Civil War was a nasty war. It was a long time ago, and it was a time when the South was very rich with free labor and really had a lot of things going for it. But there's only a few of the houses and the plantations still here. So the Antebellum Trail is this trail. It's about 100 miles, maybe a little more. And it takes you through all these towns with all these magnificent houses. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to start out at the Welcome Center in Athens. And this is who really got me all interested in this, is they have all the information. They have guided tours. They can set you up with a guide and places to stay and all that. It's really cool, and that's really what it's designed to do, to take 3 to 4 days going through all these houses that are open to the public as museums. You can go in them and see them, and they're all set up as though they were 1825, 1830. Really cool. And some of them are great big monster houses. So this is a really neat video. So let's go check out some of these houses. All right, come on. So, of course, the first house we're going to go to is the Welcome Center house. It is the Church Waddell Bromley House. Used to be the Franklin College President's House before it became the University of Georgia in Athens, and it's a beautiful house. But everything should start here. It is a National Historic Register house, and they have all sorts of brochures and information on the guide to guide you through things. This is a map of Athens and all the must-see houses down around the neighborhood, around the college. And the college itself has a whole bunch of houses on Fraternity Row, but these are some of the houses that are unique to that. Some of the houses we visited in Athens, not part of the college, included the Ware Linden House. It is an 1840s Greek revival with Italian influence. It has been restored to the period and includes gardens and furnishings with labels explaining many of the items in the house. It also is next to the Linden House Arts Center, and it can be toured Tuesdays and Thursdays noon until 9 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays 9 until 5 p.m. This was a house that we just stopped at. It looked like it was being restored. Next on the tour would be the Taylor Grady House, built in 1844 as a summer home. It did allow the Taylors, though, to live full-time here while their sons attended college in Athens. It did not have electricity or indoor plumbing until 1917. It is currently used for weddings and extravagant parties. Let's take a break from houses and stop at the State Botanical Gardens of Georgia, part of the University of Georgia. And it starts out real nice. This is the entrance. Unfortunately, they do not allow dogs on the Botanical Gardens, so we kind of drove to the parking lot and turned around and skipped this. We'll get it another time. So we go down the Antebellum Trail to Madison, Georgia, and see some of the beautiful houses just along the way. Stopping in downtown Madison, some beautiful buildings are there. We are in downtown Madison, historic town square, and there's a lot of there's a lot of historic buildings and structures down here. But you know, one of the things I look for when I travel through history is the post office, and this is the post office, because you know the post offices don't change much. The banks, they become lawyers' offices and stuff, but post offices remain post offices forever, and this is like the original post office, I'll bet. So another look at the post office from the front, and some of the houses as we went through Madison. These are some are private, some are museums. We didn't get the story on every house we looked at, but a lot of them are museums and historical societies that you can get tours of. And I love the old chimneys on the houses. But these are great tours, and let's just play a little music and enjoy the historic road trip through the towns of Madison, Eatonton, Milledgeville, and Macon. Well, right now we are in Milledgeville, Georgia, which used to be the state capital. And I believe this is the Georgia State House Square from the pre-Civil War. And it was ransacked and pretty well destroyed. And so they turned it into the military school. Fine feature of old architecture and building. This is the entranceway into the academy. It's pretty impressive. And this is what you're looking at as you come into the academy. The military academy covers a lot of ground, a lot of space. We don't have time to cover it all, but if you're into military history and the use of the academy and stuff, it's still active. It's a tobacco-free college, so come and visit. There's a lot of stuff here to learn. I was sad we didn't get to stop at Fort Hawkins and see some of the early forts built by Thomas Jefferson that were there to protect the Indian mounds, sacred land, back when we were friends with the Indians. We did stop at the Indian mounds for a short time to see some of the stuff there, but again, it's a National Historic Park and the dog's not allowed. I took a 10-minute run through the visitor center and got you these photos, but the visitor center is really nice. It's like every other national park visitor center. It has a lot of information, and there's a trail that goes from the visitor center through the mounds. There's quite a few mounds. We only saw 4 of them. This is the littlest mound that we looked at where we parked. We went all the way to the end of the road and parked here and let Aquila out for a minute. Nobody was around, so he got to run around, and that's a little tiny mound, and this is the great big one. This is the largest of the mounds, and they have a medium-sized mound outside the visitor center that you can walk to, and it is opened underneath, kind of like a pyramid or something. You can get in there and see what's in the mound. It's really quite cool. And of course, these are thousands and thousands of years old, so if you ever get to go there, go. So folks, I hope you liked that video. It was a full day of travel for us. We stopped and parked the car and took pictures of the houses, and we actually looked into some of them and did some video of it, but the video didn't come out very good. The sound didn't work right. It was a very long day. Aquila kept needing to get out and walk and run around, so I'm really sorry. It's kind of a small taste of what that Antebellum trail is about. And of course, the best part was the last part, was the for us, was the Indian mounds. We thought that was really cool, and the one you can go inside the mound and see from the inside all the stuff. It's like being in an aquarium. That was really cool. You need to go and check that out, because it was I'll try to do a video on that someday. But the battery went dead, the mic fell off. It was a terrible day, but I tried to edit it up. It took me quite a while to edit it up, and hopefully it's not too bad. But if you like this kind of stuff, if you like me touring historical spots and places, let me know. I've done some forts up in New York. They've only got 3 or 4 hits, so I'm looking for thousands of hits, not a couple hundred. So I don't know if that's good or not, but I know some other channels do a better job and get a lot more hits. So let me know. Leave me comments. Tell me if you like my haircut. I need to get it done again. So I need to know if I need to cut it more or less, or leave it as it is. But thanks for watching. We'll be back on the camp road next week, and so that should bring out a video probably in 2 weeks. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Whatever. Thanks again.